What's up YouTube, Capital G here, got some nice casual duels featuring ChemiCritters. It's an archetype that just was released in Invasion Vengeance, and one that doesn't get talked about that much because it is definitely more on the casual side. Truth be told, like when they were kind of announced, I desperately tried to make this deck good. I could never really get it to work like against like the high tier decks. So anyways, I don't get a lot of videos with ChemiCritters. People don't send me a lot of replays of them. Anubis Abyss Rider, who is an excellent duelist who has been on my channel multiple times, he was kind enough to send me some, and I was like, yeah, I definitely gotta take this opportunity to show off a little bit of ChemiCritter love, because it's something that, you know, does not really seen that much on YouTube. So anyways, before I roll this, I will just say this is not intended to be ultra competitive for anybody who's just like that thick and that dumb, who thinks, oh my god, Cap, are you saying that it's gonna win a YCS? Like, no, I'm just saying this is a casual match, so just understand that. So anyways, ChemiCritters, Catalyst Field is pretty much the main card that you want to get to all the time, because it allows you to double summon your right away. It allows you to Gemini summon your Chemi Beast, and basically allows you to get the level 8s on the field, and it gives you removal. You see he goes into Titanic Galaxy, which is a good play, but he is shut down by Bewildering Wind. Now obviously he was trying to absorb the Magispector Sonic, so anybody would have done that, but this is a card that low-key I had no idea about. This card, Bewildering Wind, it's kind of like a little bit, it's like a weird watered down Phoenix Chain meets Shrink, but you can possibly use it a second time. Basically, you target a special summon monster on the field, you negate that monster's effect, and then you cut that monster's attack in half. And if your opponent would try and special summon another monster from the extra deck while this card is in the graveyard, you can basically set this card again. But then if it leaves the field, like if you MST it after that, then it would actually be banished. So it's actually pretty decent, and basically it does the job right there. It ends up getting rid of the Titanic Galaxy. Now he does double summon the butterfly, the Blazewing Butterfly, just to get his Hydra gun back, just to have like a big wall monster. You guys know Magispector struggle to get over bigger monsters. I don't know why he didn't get Magispector Tornado, but whatever. He activates Burnout, second best, like probably the second best card in this deck, and at that point he's able to, you know, get Dioxin and just have a beater. Now he did have to sacrifice his other Hydrogen, but you know, that was pretty much at the cost of the Cyclone. He was going to lose Dioxin if he didn't activate the effect. Now let me pause right quick. I didn't quite understand what this player was doing right here. He goes into the Speedroid Synchro, and then obviously it's looking like he wants to go into a level 7, and since he's doing it with Snowbell, it's not going to be able to be destroyed by card effects, which is cool because Dioxin is basically it's kind of like Master Hyperion. It's actually almost identical to Hyperion. Doesn't Hyperion have like 2800? It's either 2800 or 3000. So I feel like these cards are almost identical. He goes into Clearwing Fast Dragon, but Fast Dragon can still be ran over in battle. So I didn't quite understand that, which is why it just immediately gets run over. And then he activates the effect in main phase 2 to pop it. Now he top deck Teleport. I have no idea why he did not set that, unless he really just, I don't know, maybe he had no targets left in his deck. But at this point, he's able to top deck the Crab. Crab sends a monster to the graveyard, then gets him a level 8. He trades into level 8 for more monsters, and then he's able to activate Burnout and get even bigger monsters. The real key thing about Burnout is it lets you take like the level 2s, like, you know, Dioxin or whatever, and it lets you turn those into like good monsters. Like it lets you get those Dioxins and those High Dragons out of your deck to either go for like really big rank 8 plays, or just, you know, bring out a bunch of Dioxins and just beat the crap out of your opponent, because they are 2800. So, you know, a couple 2800s is 5600 if your opponent used any cards that cost them life points, like a Solemn or maybe a Soul Charge early in the duel. You can end up just kind of wrecking them in a couple of turns. Let me play this one right here, the second duel. This one was called ChemiCritter Combo. It's not like the flashiest combo ever in the world, but it is a pretty impressive board. Again, this is ChemiCritter standard. So he has a nice opening with Crab. Crab basically is a Foolish Burial and a card that adds a monster to the hand at the same time. He goes into Scarlight, Red Dragon Archfiend. That thing falls into a Solemn. I think it's kind of interesting that he didn't use any he didn't use Soul Charge there. I was kind of looking at his graveyard. I was like, man, maybe I guess he felt like it was only a 700 monster on the field. He was like, oh, how much damage can I really take? He doesn't have a good established board, but Swing of Memories does change that. I run Swing of Memories and my build too. It's kind of a dangerous card. You pretty much have to exceed, but when he's able to dump another monster with Carbon Crab, it actually gets pretty real because he's able to reborn that using the methane. So it's actually pretty good. Now he is going to use Soul Charge this turn, and he's going right back to Scarlight. These monsters were normal summon though, so they actually will not die. So I don't know, man. The Scarlight it did okay, but didn't really do as much as you would have thought it did. Usually when somebody summons Scarlight, it like nukes the whole board. But you see, he goes Supervise, goes into another rank 8 play, and then that's pretty much the end. Obviously, you can see that he brought out Heliopolis, and these are it's pretty much just bluffs. Now, I think the reason why this guy scooped is he saw two 3000s plus 228s, and then he saw Heliopolis with obviously a monster in hand. Well, he didn't know it was a monster in hand, but that doesn't matter. And Heliopolis does not target as well, so obviously this is what he was looking at. But even if he didn't go after the Scarlight, I mean, what's stopping him from just attacking with Heliopolis and then just crashing with the Chemi Beast monsters? Like, they clearly, why am I calling them Chemi Beast? I'm making up word Chemi Critters. They clearly would have been enough to just end the duel. But anyways, this is just a nice little display of some casual duels with ChemiCritters. I mean, they have some really cool rank 8 plays. I'm hoping that they will get more support. The thing that concerns me though is the fact that they haven't had any cards announced in Maximum Crisis. And again, I strongly believe that Maximum Crisis is going to be the last Arc V set. So like, I don't know if Konami is going to want to jump into the 6th Yu-Gi-Oh series and put more Chemi Beast cards in there when Chemi Beasts they're an Arc V archetype. Like, I don't know if they're going to want to continue with archetypes from Arc V when they're starting their own new thing, and if there's a new mechanic, like, Konami's not going to want to push out a bunch of Xyzs when they're trying to push out their new mechanics. So I'm crossing my fingers. Maybe the last couple of cards in Maximum Crisis will get some more Chemi Beasts, because I think they could use a couple of rank 2s as well. Like, they got a bunch of fucking rank 2 monsters or level 2 monsters, that would make sense. But anyways, I've been rambling for too long. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already.